going to drift and float once more through time and space to another important lifetime that we need to see today. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time and space, back to another important lifetime. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now, allowing yourself to integrate and let the images drift up from the soul and gently into the mind, telling me what you see or experience, using all of your senses.
Yes, there's blossom trees again all around. Pink, purple, green, orange, yellow. There's gold everywhere.
Beautiful. And are you walking around in
Arcturian world.
Oh, beautiful. And as you look down at your body, can you tell me more about that body?
It's a light body.
Beautiful. So they have bodies made of light.
Yeah. And we can move colours. We can have physical if we want. It's all for fun. We can become other human characters we've played, because sometimes it is fun. There are no limits.
And how does the light body feel? Really feel into that light body.
Easy. It's like flying.
Beautiful. And does this body feel masculine or feminine, or neither?
Neither.
And does that
Everything.
Does that body feel vibrant?
Yeah, full health, vitality, as perfection.
Beautiful. And these blossoms around you, do they have significance to you?
I love them. We create everything. We change it all the time if we want. We can create worlds.
And tell me how you do that. How do you create worlds?
With our energy projections. We learn, we do much learning and training, but we like to do it in comfort, beauty.
Do you have many around you? Many other beings that are with you at this time?
Many of us.
Now tell me more about your society.
We have a structure, a hierarchy, but it is not superiority. It is deeply honorable, and it simply reflects the higher consciousness of some of the beings, and these beings will learn off each other.
So are there beings that are more like elders in your society?
Yes.
And what do the elders do?
We teach, we guide, we shift consciousness, and we see where we can be of assistance.
Are you one of the elders as well?
Yes.
So what is your job amongst the elders?
I am the Arcturian High Council.
How do you assist in this council?
We work here with Arcturians, and we work elsewhere on other planets, and more specifically Earth. Earth is needing much assistance.
Tell me more about that.
Earth is in her early evolutionary stage, and there is a huge consciousness shift. But this is challenging. This is challenging for the humans. And so they are needing assistance, much like children would need assistance of their parents. We are playing this role along with other star beings, many, many star beings. We are all one. We are all one.
So you all work together with each other to help them.
Yes, we love humans. We love Earth. We understand its challenge. We understand the challenge and the growth.
Is there a lot of growth to be had in this place?
Much growth. It is a beautiful planet, but it has been deeply affected. The balance has been uneven. There has been much darkness has been, you would say, infiltrated on the planet. And so there is a balancing in order for the Earth to grow and to shift into its next phase of evolution. This is all a wonderful thing, but for those humans who do not have an understanding, it is can be traumatic and can be greatly challenging. And so we lend our energies to assist in the highest capacity.
Wonderful. And when those ones get challenged and traumatized, how do you assist them?
Always with love. Some humans who are very much in their disconnect, we would say, it is more challenging to reach because they are simply unable to receive our energies, and they also simply do not know of our existence, and they would be very frightened at even the idea. And so these types of humans at this level of consciousness are more on their path, and they are early in their evolution. Where we are of the greatest assistance is with those humans who have a more developed consciousness, and there are many more now who wish to work with us, and we can assist them greatly to help them hold the higher consciousness on the planet. And so this is why some of us have chosen to incarnate into human form at this time.
I see. So are
we
there
can
different...
be a direct impact in the most direct way.
So are there different levels of consciousnesses of humans existing right now?
Yes, and you will see this on your Earth plane. Many of you use the terms being in the 3D, being in the 5D. It is one way, perhaps not accurate, but it is one way to understand the different paths that a human right now is choosing. Some are choosing the fear path, and they have made certain decisions to remain connected into the control mechanisms of the planet. Other humans get very worried and scared when they see this, but we would want to remind them that all is well. They are simply on their path, and they will find their way to a higher consciousness, but at a later point. It is like trying to hurry up a small child into being an adult, and you must allow them their growth.
Mm.
And we know that this is challenging for many with who have a deep heartfelt connection, but they are also in need of remembering that those ones are here to help this great awakening that is occurring. It is the most wonderful time to be participating on the earth.
Is there like a great contrast that is provided with the ones that are purposefully being ignorant?
Yes, because they are having their experience. Many are going into fear when they witness this, and they say, oh, these humans are lost souls, they will be enslaved and caught forever. And it is not so. It is simply their experience that they are having. They are not ready yet to open their consciousness, and some of them will. Some of them will in another timeline, in another incarnation. Nothing is lost, and nothing is wasted, because every experience shapes every other experience.
So will there come a time where there will be like a more of a divide or a separation between these two different types of humans?
Yes, and it is already occurring, and so some of you are already aware of this. You're already seeing, sensing this. It already exists. It will just depend on how you are tuning into the frequency. But we encourage you to continue on your path and know that all is unfolding wonderfully, even though it may be challenging sometimes to feel this. And this is why we are assisting.
Beautiful. So do you have anything else to tell us about what will happen to the Earth? What we could expect to experience as we move forward?
Yes, there will be many unfoldings, but to simplify, you can imagine that there are two distinct paths unfolding. There are many more, of course, but we will speak in the most simple terms. One path will be remaining under the control, so to speak, the illusion, but it will still feel very much control. And this will be those who opt for actions and choices that are fueled by fear and restriction, and yes, a persuasion perhaps of the need to compromise parts of their human self, perhaps. And then there will be another path which would feel to you more as the higher consciousness path, where the humans, we are smiling with the term humans because this is just your physical form. Many of you are star beings in the human form, and so you are playing the role of humans who are here to lead the way, to go first, to move into a higher consciousness. Much of your work right now is to develop yourselves. If you trust this, develop yourselves, the worldly aspects will get taken care of, because you are then attuning to a higher frequency, and so it must be. The distraction is when you are focusing on the worldly issues, the survival issues for many, the lack, the resources. To understand that when you are attuning to a higher frequency in your vibration, those other aspects that you worry about will simply rearrange themselves, because there is no other way. It is simply how the energies operate. And so we would love to impart this, so that more will know and understand in the importance of trusting. And we know that this word invokes much response to many humans, and this is okay. This is the journey that you are on, and it is a wonderful occurrence, and everything that all of you are doing makes a significant impact.
So is the new Earth being created by us?
Yes, because you already know this energy. You come from this energy. So you are really not creating anything which is new. You are simply bringing in the energy which already exists. See it as the Earth is simply catching up. It's very early on, because there are other, such as us, the Arcturians, advanced civilizations. But all this means is that we are simply further along on the timelines. We are not better than you. We are not more intelligent than you, because we are simply on a different part of the timeline. We are part of you as humans. And so we can see the path ahead for you. We understand your developmental stages. And of course you will get there. It is just the unfolding of it. And there are many ways to travel this. Many ways. But it will be a development that it is inevitable and a wonderful, wonderful occurrence.
So when we're looking over at the ones that are, I guess, the lower vibration ones and saying, oh no, what are these ones doing? Are we, giving away our power as creator beings by looking at them and being like, oh no, what are those ones doing?
Well, yes, we understand the question. We would say you cannot even give away your power, because you retain your power, but you are perhaps going into a forgetfulness. It is just a forgetfulness, because you are in the physical form, and it is sometimes easy for one in the physical form to react to what they see. They say, oh dear, this one is choosing the wrong path. Oh, this person is exiting too soon, too early. This should not be. And this is not to diminish the emotion or the experience, but it is to simply remind that these are all experiences, and we are all continuing on the path. There is no end. We are energy, we are light, and we simply move and shift forms. And so it is all learning and experience. Yes, it is still very important what you are doing here, but it is balancing the importance of what you are doing here, the focus on your missions, but also understanding that everything is unfolding just as it should be.
Beautiful. And in this place where you are now with all of these blossoms, is this a past aspect of her, or is this a aspect of her that is currently taking place?
Currently taking place. I am here, and I am there, and I am in many other timelines. The lighter that the human mind holds this, the easier it is to simply hold the aspects. And it is not really a requirement for a human to fully mentally understand the intricacies, but it is enough to hold it lightly and to understand oneself as a multidimensional being who can exist all at once. And so the part of the being of Marie is an aspect of me here as I speak to you, as she is part of the Arcturian Council, and so she chose to incarnate into the human physical and to remain very highly connected, so that she can be very conscious. She has an open direct channel, and so she is in communication at all times, consciously, and she's here to bring in the Arcturian energies, information for the collective. And so this is also why, of course, there would have been an interest from the darker energies, yes, because they, of course, would not wish for this to be so impactful.
Yeah, and she had some really difficult ones on her body. Tell me about those ones, the ones that were really hard to get rid of.
Yes, and these came from the very, very dark energies that had come through, had infiltrated the home at 2 points. She is aware of those dates and had attached, in order to ensure that she does not create the money flow. She is here for great wealth, you see, not for the sake of it, but it's simply the mission that she is on requires a very, very, very large amount of wealth. It would be perhaps even shocking to some, but this wealth is to be greatly, greatly impacting the collective, big systems, big structures in the world. And so, of course, with the current structure of Earth, money flow is required, yes. And so she is here on the mission to really allow great sums of wealth. And so when this occurs, and there are many others who have similar, the occurrence of attachments, yes, is common because it is simply seen. The beings of light are known. They are known by those dark ones. This is not to be feared, but it is simply understanding how light and dark, they work alongside each other. You cannot have one without the other. And there is also great learning. We would view the dark with much love. And beyond this, there is even an understanding on that side of things of what we all are, if you go very, very far beyond, because all is one. Everything that exists comes from the same source, but it is very often very far away and disconnected. And so we hold all the energies, even those on your planet, which many would be very, very disturbed by. We, again, do not diminish the pain and suffering, but we can see the higher perspective in all. And so we hold everything with the greatest love.
And which parts of her house were these beings coming into? Can we stop that for her so that they do not come into her house again, so that she can go forward on her mission?
Oh yes, these were already sealed and taken care of.
Oh, wonderful.
This was through her daughter at the time, who was struggling immensely with these energies, and it is all understood with them what all of this was. But she had already received great protection because we have been working with her before she even realized that she was Arcturian, and so we ensured that these were removed. There was a lesson. There were many lessons she was experiencing because she wanted to have direct experience with these entities and energies, so that she may stand with conviction and speak to people and say, yes, they are real. Yes, they do exist, and I can relate. And so there is what you would call an authority for other humans on this, so that they are understood. And so she was wanting to have the direct experience, as frightening as it was, to really understand the impact. And so what you have removed today is more of the energies that had lingered. They had hidden, yes, themselves. Not from us, we were aware, but we were required to allow the path to unfold because there were learnings along the way.
Okay.
And it was inevitable that these would be removed at the correct time.
Wonderful. And is there any others that need to be removed at a later date as well?
No, she is clear.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. That's great. Great to hear. And so in learning who these ones are and who the dark ones are, and that, learning about them and experiencing this, is this why that there is this energy going on in the spiritual community where this information is being brought up that there are entities that are existing?
Yes, because for a while, there has been in the spiritual communities a tendency to only look at the light, the light in the universe. And so some of this was with good and pure intention, and a lack of knowledge and wisdom on this. But for some parts of this, there has, of course, been an infiltration in the way that you now understand when you see them in your own sessions, how one can be infiltrated by the darker energies. And so the same has occurred in some spiritual circles and communities. There has been also a great deal of this going on because it is easier for these energies to come through when they are hidden, and they remain hidden when humans do not believe in their existence. And so the first step to bringing things up into light is to be aware that it exists. So
Well,
first
that's
it is to acknowledge the existence, and then it is to make a decision that you do not consent to this. And then the third aspect is to simply remove and to strengthen. And this is why your work here is immensely valuable, and we wish to thank you directly also for stepping in. And you are very connected to the Arcturians, yes, as you are now starting to be communicated with them around you. And we would like to take this opportunity to thank you for stepping into your mission to receive the call to do this specific work. And we would also like to assist you. And so you may call on the Arcturians as part of your divine team, because we would work alongside the other beings and also assist you. And you will be greatly supported in this way.
beautiful. That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear. Because yes, there have been issues in the spiritual community with ignoring the darkness. And in this ignorance I feel that there has been an infiltration, like you said.
Some of it has been, yes, just a lack of understanding. And yes, some of it, as you are seeing, there has been infiltration in the throat chakra, which is a very common place. And so some of the spiritual leaders, we will use these terms to explain the ones on your planet, the ones that would perhaps have a greater number of followings and people viewing their messages. Some of these have had attachments, yes, and so these attachments have been either turning down the volume on the true message, or deceiving the information. And so it is not that the individual is, we would say, corrupt is a word to explain, but it's more to do with the lack of being a clear channel. And so this is why some messages have come through to deceive the population, to say these energies do not even exist. But people such as you and those doing this type of work are going to be the ones that start to state otherwise. Not through fear, through love, of course, as you already know. And you will have a beautiful ability of being able to talk about these things, shine lights on these things in a very beautiful, beautiful way, so that there is no fear and people simply understand that they have choices and they may clear themselves and be free of these energies. And this is very powerful.
Is this why she has been drawn to do soul center healing hypnosis at this time?
Oh yes, this was always the plan, alongside her other work. But this part of the healing, she had many experiences of being very, very in the middle of some of the heavier, dark, demonic energies. Are very, very frightening in the human form to feel these. These are the ones that will not wish to respond to light. These will be the ones that you may find, as you have done today, that do not want the spark of light. And so we do not force them, but we will remove them. Yes. And so this is why she has been guided and led into this work. This is absolutely a big part of what she will be doing here. And it assists with switching their lights on. Very powerful.
How many of these big demons are in people's bodies? That must be very difficult for people.
Yes, they are. They struggle. Humans struggle. They have a lot of suffering on this planet, as you will know. And so sometimes they come in clusters. Sometimes you will have just one, perhaps very large, very forceful type. Your procedures will still work the same because you are working with us, other star beings, and the archangels, and we are fully equipped to remove these. Because it is, again, we will use the word hierarchy to try and explain, but there is a power that we have as light beings, and it is a lot greater than the dark energy. And so this is why we are simply able to remove them effectively. We do not need to use force, we use energy and we use love, and they are removed. Yes.
Is this the power of the light within?
Yes. This is why many humans are still to accept that love is the most powerful energy. It is still rejected by many because it does not feel like it is enough. Some feel that it is even silly. This is because they are not in their hearts and they do not understand the true power of this energy. There is nothing greater. There is nothing that could outrank the heart energy. This is why these heavier, darker energies struggle to get into the heart space. They can affect it from the outside, but they cannot get into the heart space because the heart itself is very, very powerful. What they are trying to do is to shut it down by other means. And so the heart itself is a great power source, yes.
Is this why there's so much of an effort to disable humanity's heart centers with, I guess, technologies and bioweapons, we'll call it?
Yes, yes. This is exactly why. It is to try and move the human into a different structure. And so when you take a human and you take the humanity, which is the heart, and you shift it into an artificial mechanism, yes, then it operates from a different source. And so much of these substances, the bioweapons, yes, have the effect, depending on how much is in the body, of shutting down the heart, the energy force around the heart, to switch into an artificial system. Yes.
And can this be helped with the soul center healing hypnosis and other healing modalities that will become known?
Yes, because it is also bringing through more healing, because there is a need for this. And so when you see more dark occur, more light comes through as a response, because there is always a balance.
And is this what she will be part of doing with her life?
Oh yes, definitely, in many capacities. But yes, in the direct healing work, healing, channeling, and activating are the three components. She was already aware of this, but it is now it's her stepping into this specific aspect of healing, which was the last piece she was waiting to click into alongside her other work. Very important piece.
So is each chakra center with this healing work, is each chakra center like a dimension on its own? Is that why that these entities can go inside of there?
They are energy centers, yes. And so this is, imagine the center of activity. This is where the activity happens. This is where the power source is. It's the energy. And so They are more to do with siphoning the light away from the individual. It is not so much that they are consuming the light in a way that they are enjoying the light, because of course they do not. They do not wish to consume and enjoy the light in that way. They consume the light in more of an energy of taking, to diminish the light of a light worker.
I see.
Yes. And so you may find this useful when you are in a dialogue with such energies as you were today, and notice that they did not respond so much to the idea of them being a part of Source and a part of the light, because they simply had been away from it for so long. These are the more you would call the demonic reptilian energies, other energies that simply have made a decision, and of course it is free will, that they wish to remain where they are. Not all of them will. Some of them will still wish to move into the light. But for you to know that for those that do not, there will be some, you are equipped to handle these ones, and so you may come across them more than some others who are perhaps doing this work.
Like those very dark ones.
Yes. Yes. And so you work in the same way, but the difference is that they are not wishing to move into the light.
So do these ones just have to be taken away?
Yes. Yes, and we can still remove them and cut all the cords, clear up all the portals, all of this that you have done today. Yes, but it is, the only difference is that we are not bringing them into the light because they don't wish to go, and this is respected and honored. And we also know that there is a path ahead for all beings.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So can I ask her questions today?
Yes, please do.
Wonderful. So she had a weird issue around using Michael's name when she spoke to him. Is there anything that she can do to not have this issue?
Yes, so she has experienced now a memory that she was wanting to have clarity on around what it cost in that lifetime. Right at the end, there was no repercussion for her beloved in that lifetime. It was her perception, and so she worried and she took it with her, and she has now experienced some fear that comes up, very deep tension in her body, but having a little light placed on this now, and she will of course speak with her beloved now about this memory, and she will most likely find that she can start to say his name more easily.
So
she can ask for assistance. Yes.
So she's released a big part of this at this time.
Yes, a lot of the energies are simply needing to be seen, and once you see and understand where something has come from, you can simply let that go. And she also has some understandings of some other things with her beloved as well that are making more sense to her now, where she feels perhaps criticized or pressured. She understands where this is coming from now. Yes.
And is there any further healing or work needed for her to be able to create more money in her business?
Yes, and so you have very powerfully removed the energy in the root, which was affecting her ability. We have been working with her around her wealth consciousness and her money flow, and so all of this still stands. There was this piece to move, also part of her journey. She needed to experience this because she is going to teach many people on these areas, and so she is equipped with her own personal experiences on this, because she now gets to relate to people by saying she understands how when one can continuously work on something for many years and do not see results, there can be another reason for this. And so this is where this work will come into play. But for her own money flow now, it is to click back into our guidance that we gave her. She has a recording that she is going to re-listen to, pick up where we left off, and to step it up into her higher priced offerings, and to know that she is offering all different things at many different price points, and to relax into the knowing that those who are meant to work with her will, at different price points, many will also benefit from much of her free content, and it is okay to charge the higher prices on certain packages, because it is highly valuable. And again, it is not for every soul, it's not for every person. And so she already has a good idea of the structures and the pricings, but she will feel more free now. She will feel lighter from this release work. She has had, yes, a lot of clearing in a very short space of time. And so to allow some integration, and she will then start to naturally feel that she wishes to get back to live streaming, being visible again, and to continue on her path.
And so she'll be able to do that a lot more now that that energy has been removed.
Yes, be a lot easier. She felt the relief today as that particular one in the root was removed. And yes, she will feel the stubbornness. It is not her stubbornness, it is a stubbornness energy. So it was locking her in a little bit on moving, and it was not her energy, but this is what she was feeling, as if her feet were cemented in, even though she had an idea of where she wanted to go and the things that she wished to do. But this was where it was coming from. And so with the release of this energy, it will feel lighter. And when you are lighter, it is simply easier to move, and you can move quickly. You can move very quickly the lighter you are. Things can now move very, very quickly. Financial situations can shift. Money flow, bank accounts can shift and grow very, very quickly, because she is now able to hold. And it is on track for this to be very quick now. Releasing the need for stepping stones. You can leap. She can leap.
And so can we release a few of those money fears for her today?
Yes, this is now more the psyche to catch up with the energy body. The energy body is clear, but it is the psyche to catch up, yes, to know now that it is clear, not to wait now for any further healings, clearings. It is done. And so, yes, sometimes the mind must have a little bit of a space to get on board with this now, to identify, to step in now into this, more into her higher self. The integration between her and her higher self now will become stronger.
Has that link been made a bit more through the removal of energies that were blocking the third eye and crown?
Yes, so now there is more space. There has been a process of the higher self dropping into her body more. There is a whole big space now, and so the higher self can now drop in even more. So allowing this to integrate. So maybe there will not be a huge surge of energy over the next couple of days, just to be gentle on this. She is aware of this, how this feels. And as this integrates, she will find that she simply is acting in accordance with her higher self now. She will not find so much that she's even channeling her higher self. She just is operating as her higher self more and more. She will feel perhaps like wearing different colors, different things, slight shifts in behavior, wanting to stand up straighter, speaking more directly, with love, more directly, not being afraid to speak about the big topics. She likes to speak about things that people don't want to speak about: entities, money and wealth, relationships, consciousness levels, things that people will find uncomfortable. But she is here to bring things up to the light, and so there must be a power in how she speaks. And she will find now that there is nothing blocking her in her throat, and now things will get very interesting for her.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. And why is there so many problems at the moment with humanity and money?
Yes, because the monetary system on the earth plane is a very low, dense, low vibrational system which has been operating from fear, greed, corruption, control, heavily programmed into, let us say, the slave mentality. You must sell your hours of your life force in exchange for money. And so you can feel this, the resonance of how this feels. And so what is happening is the entire system, there will be a breaking down of many of the big structures on your planet. And so money is simply one of them. And so for those who have been walking the path of tapping into the higher frequencies and higher consciousness, they are being now required to transfer these learnings into the financial aspect. There are many of you on the planet who are very deeply connected in their spiritual selves, but have kept money, for example, as a very separate energy. So many of you are still operating from the belief that you must not charge too much, or you must not receive more than you need. It is not about the money, or it is only about service. But we would say the more that you are in abundance, the easier your mission and more powerful your mission will be. The more you are in abundance, the more you model this on the planet. And so actually we would say that as light workers and way showers, the money healing is one of the most important for you, because you have many who are very equipped who struggle with making the money, selling the spaces, receiving the cash. And so some maybe will be having some challenging lessons right now. But this is all part of the healing process. Yes.
Is that why some light workers felt that money felt a bit yucky or stinky because of that energy that was, that darker energy that was going into the money system?
Yes, because the money system itself, we would separate it now. We would say that energy system that feels yucky and heavy, that is in the lower vibration. There is an entire pool for you to swim in with money and wealth in a higher vibration. And the higher vibration is operating from different rules, so to speak. And so you cannot, in that higher vibration, receive more money flow by working harder. Do you see the difference? You must now step into a very different way of being. And this will require some understandings and some learnings. And this is what she and I, in this lifetime, are here to teach people. She has learnt a great deal of this. She can speak very deeply on these subjects. The reason she has held back is because she was reluctant to speak on issues when she herself did not create much money flow for herself, and she felt the disconnect there. She did not wish to teach others directly on this when she is still walking the path, and that is a choice, and that is okay. But she will find now, as she starts to feel the money flowing with less interruption, she will just naturally start to speak more and more. She already does speak of this, but she'll start to speak more and more of this, and there'll be great teachings here on the area of money. But yes, it is particularly important, the bigger your mission. The era of helping humanity and being in sacrifice is a very old, heavy program, and it is not the new earth. The energy of the new earth is to be in abundance, to have more than you need, to be in a beautiful divine overflow.
And
because the more you have, the more you flow.
And speaking of which, what's the next thing that she can offer in her business which will serve others and help her financial situation?
Well, she has many offerings, and it is again to take the leap and to proudly share her offerings. Yes, and this includes the higher priced one, that she has not received that amount of money before, but it is to understand that she is not trying to offer, let us say, the big expensive package that she has created, the beautiful package. She is not trying to offer this to everybody. This really is not for people who are struggling with their money. This package is for people who have different types of issues and want to invest at that level. And for her to understand that it is okay to have that higher package. She also has her other offerings, which are of a completely different price point, available for many beings. And to know that even her free content is of assistance. So to listen, she already knows this, to listen to the recording that she did as she channeled through our guidance very recently. Now she has done the training on this entity removal, and she is moving forward with the practice sessions, allowing that to occur, but also replaying the recording of her channeling so that she can pick up from where she left off and really step into this energy now of sharing her offerings, and now allowing herself to simply allow herself to receive good financial flow, because she does require this money to support herself, and also to do the thing she is really here to do will require large sums. And so it is time now this year for her to start to receive. Yes.
So is that why she has things at different price points? Is it for different beings to be able to access this at this time?
Yes, because her higher price points, even though she feels she would love to receive that amount, but a part of her has felt that is a crazy level of pricing that we assisted her with. It is because it is for those people who are at a certain level in their businesses. They are already successful in the financial sense, but their issues are in the spiritual sense. And so they would not wish to invest at a lower price point because they are used to investing at a high level. And so it is really to do with positioning the packages at the level that will speak to those people. It has nothing to do with the value and the price point, because you can price anything at any point. It is not connected. Everything is valuable. Something for $10 is valuable. Something for $100,000 is valuable. It is not about the value. It is about the positioning. That makes sense. And so she can really allow herself to be reminded of this, and know that those are for the fewer individuals. She still has her membership, which is a completely different price point that is available for people to step into. And even those beings who cannot spend $1, they can still tune into her content and receive from her. And so she is really helping people at all different levels. Yes, but to try and be affordable, we would say it does not make sense, because this is very subjective. This will depend on all the different beings and what they perceive that they wish to spend. So you may take your service and attach any number to this. It does not matter. It is about whether you can hold it in your body, whether it is of service to you, and then the beings that it is in alignment with simply step forward. And when it isn't in alignment, they can be assisted by other beings. So many light workers are needing to really shift their thinking, their beliefs, and their energy field around this topic. Yes, very important one.
Yes, so creating different sort of levels is enabling everyone to be able to receive that information, even the free ones. So she'll be able to help everyone regardless.
Yes, because somebody will come into her field, and this is the same for you and others. Someone will come into your field, resonate with you because you are perhaps someone who is here to assist them on a soul level. And so they have many options. They can follow along with you. They can tune into your specific content. They can step into an offering. They can enjoy the thought of one day stepping into another offering that you have. And it's a bit like cars. We like to use the analogy of cars. When you have, for example, a luxury car, you do not have those people who cannot currently buy that luxury car get angry with the luxury car. They do not say, "How dare you charge this much for the luxury car? I can't afford this." They simply say, "That would be lovely. It's not for me right now. I will buy this car over here, but I would like to have this on my list of things that I would like to step into." And it becomes a beautiful desire. And so, can you see, it is not insulting anybody. Those people who get angry, this is really to do with their own healing required. Who say, "This is too expensive, this is too much." It feels this way to them, but that is because it is not in a vibrational alignment with them. But you, as a light worker offering your services, are not here to resonate with every soul, because it is simply not possible. So at every price point, there are beautiful beings who will be perfectly aligned with that price point. And you will shift. You will feel different. In 3 weeks, in 3 months, in 3 years, you will feel different. And you will constantly change and shift them as you grow.
And how is she able to put out her message as well, to get like I guess her content to become viral, as you will, so that she can get more people coming towards her?
Yes, this is one of the aspects that has been turned down. She has had some attachments that have tried to put let us say, a veil between her words and people receiving them. So she is a very powerful energy. So she is still resonant with many who come into her field. They wish to stay connected with her, but sometimes it has felt for her that her visibility, yes, for the power of which she shares the content, it does not make perhaps sense to her mind that her channels have been very slow in growing. Visibility numbers have been very slow. She does get frustrated sometimes when she sees people come out of the gate, so to speak, and they blow up with their numbers and they go viral, and she sometimes has felt very disheartened. And so it is to remember that everything is on its own divine timing. She is very much here to be seen by many, many people, millions of people, even though she has not fully perhaps integrated that at that level yet, but she is here to be seen by millions because she has a huge heart capacity. And so to really release the need to worry about that, to know that by speaking now from a very, very clear system, her throat is very clear, wonderfully clear. So she will grow into that now. She will step into that over the next day or two. She will find that she simply speaks what is on her heart, and she has big thoughts. She has very big Arcturian ideas and philosophies. And so as she shares these, she will find that more people start to pay attention now. Because this energy has been lifted, like a veil has been just removed. And so her words will have more resonance. She will not have fear now of being seen. She's very open. You have done a wonderful job today to assist those last big, stubborn, yes, energies. And so things will naturally progress, yes. And also to remind her that it does not have to be new content that could go viral or be seen. It could be something that she has already put out there suddenly gains traction or momentum. She has a lot of content out there. She's been doing it for a long time now. And so particularly the content she has shared as a channel in the last 3 years, particularly the content in the last 1 year. And so it does get to be easy.
And so how can she gain that following? Will it happen at the right time for her?
Yes, it will happen at the right time. But also it's time for her to get back into live streaming again. She has had a nice long break whilst she has been moving through things, shifting, releasing, doing these pieces. But we would say now to get back on to do a live stream, to share, to speak, to channel, to answer questions, to be of service. People must know she is here. And they do not know she is here if she does not speak. And so to get back on to doing these live streams now, she already had the nudge, but this is just a direct guidance to her now.
Wonderful. And will more and more people be interested in this?
Yes, and her second book she was writing, but she pressed pause on it to allow that to go through, because this is the second book, and in order to get the third book out, which is an important book for this year, as she already knows, the second one needs to go out first. And so that would also be something for her to just move quickly with this. Do not overthink, do not allow the perfectionism to attach. She will find this has released a lot as well. This was holding her back with the energetics that you have removed. To allow this second book now to come through, this will help the first book. And then there will be a third book and many more after that, but those will be different types of books. As she knows, she is going to be writing the fiction later to help expand consciousness in very entertaining ways.
Okay, so the first couple of books are non-fiction, and then she will go into fiction writing.
The third 3 books are non-fiction. She knows what the third book is already. And then after these 3 books, she will move into, there'll be other books later, but for this year, she wishes to start to bring in her first fiction, because she is here to tell stories. And one of the things she already understands is the programming on the planet comes through stories in movies, films, books, literature. And so to start bringing in higher consciousness ideas for films and books, yes, she is very connected to all of this. And she is here to tell secret stories. They are very much here to shift consciousness, but they may not appear as that. They may on the surface seem like just very, very entertaining, thrilling books that get people talking, but secretly it is to shift the consciousness. Yes.
Yeah. Is that why so many of the movies today aren't doing very well?
Yes. This is also why there are remakes and remakes and remakes of the same narrative, so that humans can stay in the old loop. And so when you have conscious people bringing in new stories, new narratives, it will capture humanity's attention, because they are wanting this now. And so there is many sectors that are part of the shift in consciousness. It does not just come through the healing and the spiritual circles. It will come through food productions, technologies, movies and films, documentaries, books, art, everything you can think of, building construction. All of these things will hold higher consciousness. And so light workers come in many shapes and forms.
Would it be a good thing to make like a movie about star races and what has really happened within the galaxy?
Oh, many things. They will be documentaries, yes. There are many ways to open a human's consciousness, and humans love stories, and they also love visuals, because it allows them to connect more easily for some, more easily. And so there are lots of ways to become involved, yes, in shifting this planetary consciousness.
Beautiful. And is there anything else that her higher self wishes to share with her right now?
Just be who you are. You do not have to work. You do not have to do any specifics or figuring things out. You have everything you need. Just be. There is no need to hold back now. Not everybody will welcome your messages. That is okay. You will hold the energies, and you will be there as a light for those who wish to remain connected with you. Just be.
Well, and is there anything that her guides wish to share as well?
Well, we are all connected, so she is a part herself of the Arcturian High Council, and these are the beings that she channels, and so she's already connected, and the conversations will continue because she is in channel most of the time now, and so yes, that is enough for now, and she can simply continue the conversations.
Beautiful. And she's all clean and clear. Her
Yes,
energy's
wonderfully
wonderful.
so. Yes.
And is there any healing or help required by the physical body at this time?
Just some rest for integration. Nothing is needed now. The other aspect will assist her. She'll be doing the clearing session on Elise, her daughter, and so this will also assist her because she is the most direct being to her, and so when Elise is also herself feeling a lot clearer and lighter, this is going to have a wonderful impact as well. And so the family unit is going to become stronger because some of these energies work through others around her. So as she is now stepping into doing some of these clearing sessions with her immediate family members who are very willing and open, this will assist her as well because some of these infiltrations are coming through via other people. Yes, so as she clears her immediate, this will strengthen everything up even more wonderfully.
Okay, wonderful. And are the chakras spinning and all open as they should be, and the aura intact as well?
We are scanning. Yes, we have just sent an additional beam of golden light just to flush through from the crown down through the root. It is just an extra seal and strengthening. Yes, and that is done.
And she's connected in with the planet and connected up with Source.
Very connected, yes.
Wonderful. And is there any other upgrades that she can benefit from at this time, or are we good?
All is well. There has been a lot in the last little while, so yes, this is wonderful.
And is there any AI or implants that are in her body that aren't for the highest good?
No, these have been removed.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And any negative energy cords that need to be cut?
These have all been released. Yes.
And any black magic that needs to be removed as well?
No, none remaining.
Beautiful.
She is going to have another practice session coming up for tomorrow, so this is to go ahead, but to simply enjoy the session. There will be no clearings needed, so she will just get to receive the session in an enjoyable way, and then that will be all that is required. She will not then need any more clearing, and just to focus then on the practice sessions, doing the practice sessions on others. Yes.
Wonderful. And can I ask you to keep upgrading the body and continuing with any healing that may be needed by this one over the next 3 nights in their sleep state?
Yes.
Beautiful. And is there any other final messages? Anything else, or are we complete?
We are complete, and we wish to thank you for your wonderful assistance today.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you so much for coming through today and conversing with me. Thank you for all of the help and healing and wisdom that you have provided today. And now I am asking the higher self to proceed with much love and much thanks for all the information that they have given today. And we are asking the higher self to recede back to the time, space, reality dimension in location in which they belong with much love and much thanks, but keeping that connection clear.